If you're a woman in her 40s and you look in the mirror feeling like you've been living life on autopilot, like the person staring back has been giving all her energy, all her time, all her love to everyone else but herself, then this video is for your mandatory intervention. 40 is supposed to be fabulous, but for too many of us, it feels like we're drowning in a sea of forgotten dreams and resentment. We're finally hitting that stage where the kids are a little older, the career is, well, whatever it is, and we realize I don't even know who I am anymore. That stops today. This is not about face masks and bubble baths. This is about the radical, messy, gorgeous process of reclaiming yourself and starting to love this phenomenal woman you've become. We're talking mindset shifts, real healing, and that undeniable, elevated, soft life routine you deserve. I'm Cherise Shandell, and we're diving deep into the 5 core shifts you need to start loving yourself again in your 40s. Let's go. The number one self love killer in your 40s, the voice inside your head. That inner critic is loudest right now because you've had decades of comparison data to feed it. I remember turning 40, and the first thought I had wasn't celebration, it was Cherise, you're not where you thought you'd be. You should have saved more, traveled more, weighed less. That voice was a liar. It was an echo of my childhood, an echo of society, and it was crushing my potential. We stop trying to silence the critic and start reassigning its job. That critic thinks it's protecting you from failure or rejection. Your job is to acknowledge it, thank it, and then instantly replace it with the statement, I am enough. Say it in the shower, say it in the mirror, say it when you miss a deadline. This isn't just an affirmation, it's a brain rewire. Create a physical, visible reminder. Put a post it note on your phone or mirror that simply says, I am enough. Let that be your foundation. Have you ever caught yourself speaking to yourself in a way you never speak to a friend? Be honest. Leave a comment right now with one thing you're done letting your inner critic lie about. Self love is less about pampering and more about protection, and nothing protects your peace more fiercely than a well placed no. In our 20s and 30s, we were programmed to people please. We'd say yes to the PTA, to the late night work emails, the toxic family drama, because we thought our value was tied to our usefulness. 40 is a decade you realize your value is inherent, not earned through exhaustion. I was running ragged for years, always the yes girl, until a massive burnout landed me in bed for 3 days. I had to cancel everything, y'all. The world didn't end. The truth was, people figured it out. That was a pivotal moment. I realized I had been giving away my yes like it was free candy. Now, my yes is currency, and I spend it wisely. Start with small, non negotiable pockets of time. Block off 30 minutes every evening, not for a chore, but for pure, uninterrupted soft life time. This could be silent stretching, reading a ridiculous book, or just staring out the window. If someone asks you to do something during that time, the answer is that time is already committed. No guilt, no explanation needed. So now you're going to identify that commitment that currently drains you. You're going to rehearse saying no to that time when it comes up. We can't elevate our lifestyles if we're constantly dragging a massive, heavy bag of past regrets and old trauma behind us. Truth healing starts with radical self forgiveness. You can't love who you are today if you're still angry at who you were yesterday. Maybe you stayed in that terrible relationship too long. Maybe you made a career mistake. Maybe you weren't the parent you wanted to be in the early years. Stop it. Here's the mindset shift. The person who made those mistakes was operating with the knowledge, energy, and resources they had at that moment. They did their best with the tools they had. You are not meant to punish, you are meant to rescue and give them grace. So you're going to think of a time that you truly embarrassed or you made a mistake. What would you say to a small child who did that? That's the voice of compassion you need to use with your past. You're not justifying the action, you're validating the human behind it. We all had those things we regret. What is one old belief or mistake you are ready to forgive your past for today? Write forgiving in the comments to seal that intention. We talk about mindset, but let's be real. Your environment is your ultimate mirror. Your space is chaotic, messy, and filled with old energy, then your mind is going to follow suit. The soft life is about creating ease, and ease starts with your surroundings. Many of us are still holding onto things out of obligation, fear of waste, or sheer overwhelm. Those things represent stuck energy. The cluttered closet, the desk piled high, the dead house plant, it all screams stagnation. I had this one area in my bedroom that was like the dump zone, like the mail, the clothes, the unfolded clothes, or the folded clothes. And every time I walked past it, a cortisol shot hit me. Then I finally spent hours purging it. And I put a beautiful piece of art there instead. I removed the couch and it changed instantly. That space went from draining my energy to recharging it. It's the power of intentional living. So today you're going to choose one small area in your home that causes you daily annoyance. Your bedside table, your medicine cabinet, that junk drawer. You're going to commit to spending 15 minutes today clearing and simplifying it. Make it look and feel elevated. This is self-love in action because you are honoring your desires for peace. The biggest lie we bought into our early years was the pursuit of perfection. The perfect mother, the perfect employee, the perfect body, perfect house. Well, guess what, y'all? Perfection is a fast lane to burnout, and it is the antithesis of a soft life. So the mindset shift is self-love is about acceptance, not relentless improvement. It's about understanding that your flaws, your wrinkles, your mistakes, they are the texture of your life. They are what makes your story compelling. So stop chasing a stagnant image of perfection and start embracing the messy, evolving process of becoming. We need to prioritize joy over excellence. If you're stressed trying to make a gourmet meal, order the pizza and put on a record. If your workout is causing anxiety, take the walk and call it movement. Lower the bar on expectations so you can raise the quality of your presence. This is where the elevated lifestyle truly begins, when it stops being a struggle and starts being a choice of ease. Is one area of your life, maybe your house, your body, your parenting, where you are ready to let go of the pressure of perfection? Tell me in the comments below. Someone else may resonate with that. So listen, y'all. Your 40s are not a decline. They are the ascension. This is a time you finally have the wisdom, the resources, and the right to put yourself first. You're not being selfish. You're being responsible for your own happiness. We've talked about declawing the inner critic, mastering the fierce no, forgiving your past self, elevating your environment, and embracing the joy of imperfection. These are the steps to claiming that soft life you deserve. I want you to leave here today feeling empowered. I want you to make one immediate, concrete move towards loving yourself again. If this video resonated with your soul, do two things right now. Smash that like button so this message can reach more people who need to start their healing journey. And subscribe to Cherise Shindell for more mindset shifts, personal growth, and soft light routines so you don't miss the next step in this evolution. And remember, You don't start loving yourself when you are perfect. You start loving yourself now, and the rest falls into place. Now go live that elevated life. I'll see you in the next video.